And Lady Macbeth, she is clearly not only an internally corrupted character. This is the difference between them. She is unlike Macbeth, because Macbeth was internally corrupted, but he kept a lot of his thoughts to himself through soliloquies and asides, showing that this was an internal battle within him. Lady Macbeth is not only internally corrupted, she is externally manipulative, deceitful, and duplicitous because she advises Macbeth to look like the innocent flower but be the serpent under it. So she is not only corrupted, she is not only tempted and corrupted, but she acts on it. She acts on that temptation. And that's really important, the action of it. Okay, because that is the sin. It's the action that's the sin. Sinful thoughts are not the same as sinful actions. It is sinful actions that will be punished. And she transgressively commands Macbeth to look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. Number one, we know that women, Jacobean women, were expected to be passive, pious, and pure. So immediately she's transgressive because she's commanding her husband to look like something, but to be the serpent. We see here that she's quite an active, disobedient character, and she's immoral and corrupt. And when she says look like the innocent flower, let's think of that image specifically. I'm going to draw my best flower for you, and then draw a little serpent under it. Okay. The flower is what's on the surface, what we can see. We can see the flower. So the flower is the mask that we wear. This. What we show the light. The flower is the facade. The flower is beautiful and delicate, natural. So when Lady Macbeth says she wants Macbeth to wear a facade, an innocent flower, she wants him to wear a facade of morality, purity, and piety. She wants him to wear that facade of fairness, to be a fair person. But she wants him to be a serpent under that facade. So she wants him to be a serpent. She wants him to conceal his identity. That a serpent will lie hidden beneath the facade. Okay? Some serpents, some snakes are venomous and poisonous. They're dangerous. So there is an element of kind of hidden danger under Macbeth. Under that facade, there is real immorality, malevolence, and danger. There's more to this image because Shakespeare is writing not just one story of characters who kill a king, he's writing a much bigger story about humanity and how humanity can kind of fall and be corrupted, and how morality can be stabilized and strengthened. Okay, now here he is alluding to the serpent, okay. Now I told you about this in a previous video, but the serpent and even the image of the flower, which reminds us of a garden, is a reference to the serpent in the Garden of Eden. Now, the serpent in the Garden of Eden is the devil. And the devil, essentially, long story short, corrupted Eve to take fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And the tree of the knowledge of good and evil was the tree that God said that Adam and Eve could not eat from. They were allowed access to the whole garden, to paradise, but they could not. And essentially, the devil wants to corrupt Adam and Eve to betray God, to act against God, because that is the kind of sin of temptation. It will lead you to act in ways that are sinful and immoral. And this corruption of Eve and then Adam led to the fall of man. So this serpent's corruption led to the fall of man. Eve and Adam were cast out of heaven, cast out of paradise, and put on earth, and eventually they would die. And when they would die, they would kind of go to an afterlife. Now, that means that the fall of man equals death. Okay, in paradise you don't die, but once they'd betrayed God, they were given mortal lives. Why is this important to this story? You need to think, like Eve, Lady Macbeth, she is corrupted and she is corrupting. She is both corrupted and corrupting. And she will corrupt Macbeth like Adam, which means that if we're clever, Shakespeare's given us a really big hint here. We know it's a tragedy, so we know there is a downfall. And because of this story, the fall of man, and the story of original sin, it foreshadows their downfall. And because we know it's going to happen, it's inevitable, it foreshadows their inevitable downfall. If Macbeth follows this advice, if he again yields to further temptation, we have this foreshadowing of his inevitable downfall. And it reveals to us, in terms of big ideas, that appearances can be deceiving, morality can be corrupted, and that humans are susceptible to temptation.